Alright everybody, it is Wednesday, June 8th. There are a lot of comics to get to this week, a lot of number ones. There's even more other stuff on the shelf that I won't even get to cover in this video. But you know, it's Wednesday. That means it's time for comics again. Alright, over there at DC Comics, that Shadow War has wrapped up. It's over, but just in time for the new Dark Crisis to hit the streets. The Dark Crisis is here. It's here to mess things up. The bad guys are rising up against everyone since the Justice League is dead. Find out what's gonna happen to all the heroes left on Earth. If you don't want to mess around with the crises over there at DC Comics, don't you worry. I got a couple of the number ones for you to check out. First off, let's head over to Earth 11 for the Multiversity Teen Justice book. The whole Teen Titans book flipped on its ear because it takes place on a different and alternate Earth in the multiverse. Check out the Multiverse Teen Justice. Star writer Ram V and star artist Christian Ward team up to bring you an out-of-this-world new Aquaman series in a Black Label Aquaman Andromeda. Find out what's going on with a structure found under the ocean. It doesn't appear to be man-made. Check it out, Aquaman Andromeda, Black Label. It's here. It's creepy. It's awesome. And if you wanted things a little more grounded, a little less crazy, a little less crisis-y, a little less alternate earthy, check out Poison Ivy. Yeah, G. Willow Wilson is writing an all-new Poison Ivy miniseries in which Pamela does what Pamela does best. Check out Poison Ivy. And I'm sorry if I forgot to mention it last week, on June 1st, Happy Pride, everybody. And if you celebrate Pride and you're into comic books, you're not going to want to miss DC's Pride One-Shot. It's a big anthology issue featuring all sorts of creators and stories featuring all your favorite LGBTQ characters. Check it out. It's the Pride One-Shot coming your way for 2022 from DC Comics. It also has this adorable Jen Bartel cover. Look at that. Over there at Marvel Comics, they're not, slacking off either. And Hulk Banner of War storyline is still continuing on here in the issue 26 of Thor. Check out that hulked out Thor on the cover. If you've been following the Banner of War, you're not going to want to miss this issue. And if you just can't get enough Thor and you're super hyped for the new movie coming your way, then don't miss Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor. Yes, it's a new Jane Foster Thor miniseries coming your way right now, just in time for the film. So check out Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor. All right, look, I know you're ready for this. You've been waiting for it. I've been getting the phone calls. When is it coming out? Where is it? Well, guess what, everybody? The Fortnite Marvel Zero War is here. Get your copies now. We have plenty. You're gonna want to get them. Get the download codes. Get the new stuff for the game. It's the Fortnite Marvel. Fortnite versus Marvel Zero War Issue 1. Get it now. Add it to your subscription so you don't miss out on any of the downloads. Those fine folks over there at Aftershock have two comics coming your way this week that you might be interested in. First off, Douglas is an astronaut, but he's not going into space. He's going into alternate realities to save Earth from destruction. Find out what goes on with this guy Douglas in Astronaut Down #1. This other book from Aftershock, it's called Where Starships Go to Die. It's a little bit of sci-fi horror, so if that's up your alley, you might want to check this thing out. Speaking of horror, Skybound over there at Image Comics, they've got a new horror anthology coming your way with a #1 one-shot this week. It's After School Issue 1. Girl adopts a dog who might have a horrible secret. Check it out. After School Issue 1 from Image and Skybound. If you love hospital drama and sort of fairy tale, fantasy type stuff, so think ER meets Fables, check out The Ward. Yeah, it's fantasy hospital drama with real human pathos. So it says on the solicitation. But check out The Ward, coming your way from Dark Horse Comics. And lastly, a little more fantasy action for you from our good pal, Christine Larson. What's up, Christine? She's up there drawing away all the time in Port Richmond here in Philadelphia. And we can't wait to read her new series of Orcs. Orcs, The Curse, Issue 1 is here. It's a big beefy boy. She's packed all the pages she physically can into one comic and have it still be called a comic book issue and not a trade paperback. So jump in right now on the new quest with your favorite orcs as they continue to do orc things in this fantasy world. Orcs #1, The Curse, is here from Kaboom. And just a quick couple trades for you this week. First one coming your way from DC Comics is the Static Shock Static Season 1 hardcover. collecting the first run of the series for $30, $29.99. You can take it all home in one nice, beautiful hardcover. Who doesn't love Static? Check out The Return of Static right here in the Season 1 hardcover. If you're a fan of Jeff Lemire, you know his books tend to be a bit sad. They deal with loss and family stuff. And that's not the exception here at all. It's more loss and more family drama in May's book. This beautifully illustrated, he wrote and drew it. May's book, hardcover, can be yours from Dark Horse Comics for $29.99. It collects the entire series. It's touching, it's weird, it's existential. It does all the things Jeff does best. All right here in one big old hardcover. Dune Say I Didn't Tell You About This One. It's another Dune graphic novel, collecting a bunch of the one-shots from the last year. It's the Tales from Arrakeen hardcover, collecting a bunch of stories like The Blood of the Sardaukar and A Whisper of the Caladan Seas, fleshing out stories in and around the original Dune, written by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. You're not going to want to miss these if you're a Dune fan. Coming your way for $24.99. Coming your way from Boom Studios is the collected edition of the series Dark Blood. An African-American soldier during World War II. He was decorated and did some great things. Now he's home, back living in the States, and people don't seem to like him as much, but he's got some new powers, and you need to figure out how and what to do with them. Can he stay safe in post-war America? Only the story inside this book will tell you. It's $19.99. Don't miss Dark Blood. It's got some great art and a really cool story. And I didn't even know what this book was until I looked at it in the box today, but it's called The Grip of the Combinate. Combinate, I don't know what it is, but it says that it is Verhoeven meets Asimov. So, a little bit of over-the-top sci-fi action with good sci-fi sensibilities. You got my number there. Coming your way right now for $16.99. Don't miss this original graphic novel. Seems pretty awesome.